We're here at Messe with Eric Persing on the Spectrasonics booth, and Eric's going to tell us about the Moog Tribute Library, I believe, which is in support of the Moog Foundation.
Yes, Bob Moog Foundation, that's fantastic.
And this is some extra material which runs on Omnisphere.
Uh-huh.
So can you tell us what it does, how we get it?
Sure.
And where the money's going to go?
Yeah. Well, the whole idea is that Bob Moog is a huge inspiration for everybody that's into electronic music. And really, there wouldn't even be a Spectrasonics without what he did in the beginning. I think the first time I played a mini Moog, I felt like my DNA was altered in some bizarre way. And so that's been a huge inspiration. And so we wanted to both pay tribute to what Bob Moog has done, and also to invite a lot of other artists to participate and kind of pay their tribute. And then all in support of what the Bob Moog Foundation is doing in terms of educating the next generation about electronic music. They're trying to build a fantastic museum with all of Bob's archives, and it's a really cool thing that they're doing. And 100% of this library goes to support the Bob Moog Foundation, and they're great sound. So even if there's no charity aspect to this, it's a really neat library because we got a lot of great people involved. We have Hans Zimmer and Vince Clarke and Jean-Michel Jarre. 45 artists altogether, and it was a really fun thing to put together, and it came out great.
But there's more to this than a bunch of presets. There's also more waveform material in there, I
Absolutely, think. Yeah. It's not just a patch library, but it's also a sound source library. So there's over 700 patches, and I think there's over 400 new sound sources. So it's about 2.5 gigs of new material, and that's it. It's a lot of sounds.
So how do we get this, and what does it cost?
It's $100, and you can get it from the Spectrasonics website, and you can just purchase it directly from www.spectrasonics.net.
So as a compressed download, it's going to be, what, a couple of gigs, 1.5 gigs?
Yeah,
something?
about 2.5 gigs.
About 2.5 compressed,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 2, so something like that, yeah.
Okay, so it's an overnighter.
Yeah, yeah, depending on your internet connection.
Okay, can you give us some examples of
yes,
what's in there, please?
Be happy to. You can see the library showing up in Omnisphere, and shows up in the list. And we'll go ahead and take a look at a couple of different sounds. It's not just classic sounds, classic Moog sounds, but there's a lot of really cutting edge kind of stuff too. That kind of stuff works great with the org, So it takes advantage of all the features in Omnisphere, and we'll take a look at a couple of other things here, like you have more warm kinds of things. A lot of Moog gear was of course used, but also not limited to Moog. So we ran iPads through Moog filters. We used Buchla synths and EMS synths and all kinds of stuff. It's really a celebration of electronic sound. So here's kind of more of a synth sounds, but we even have Hans Zimmer gave us some phenomenal drum sounds that all created with his massive, I don't know if you've ever seen his massive modular Moog, but they actually created a huge sample library of velocity drums with round robin, all using the modular system. So you have just these, incredible sounds that are with Omnisphere's granular synthesis, then we can do a lot with those sounds. So let's just take a look real quick. And we ran like those drums into the granular engine and came up with this. This is the same sound source. stuff like that. Of course, wouldn't be a Moog library without great basses. So you've got fun kind of dubstep types of things and leads. Put them together and also pads, beautiful kinds of just a lot of variety. And we took Jean-Michel Jarre's AKS, Synthie AKS stuff, and also running that through the Granular Synthesis, so you get a little bit of old and a little bit of new. So you start putting some of these things together. That's 8 out of over 700 sounds, so there's a lot there, and it's inspiring, and it's. Oh, and you can also we also have a contest too that's tied to this. So if you buy the Bob Moog library, you can enter a special contest that we have to win the OMG1 synthesizer that I made. It's a custom synth that has 2 iPads, 2 iPods, a built-in Mac Mini, and all based around a Moog Little Fatty. It's all integrated, and it's like kind of my ultimate, like all-in-one. I wanted to have an Omnisphere Moog, basically. So that's what the OMG1 is, and one person's going to get to win this, and it's a music contest. So you download the library, you create music and submit it, and then all the people that contributed to the library will judge the music. And then the grand prize winner, we're going to fly from wherever they are in the world. We're going to fly them to the Moog Fest in October and present the OMG1 to them on stage. And so it's a lot of fun, and it's all for a good cause. So.
Thanks very much, Eric.
Yeah, my pleasure.
It sounds like a bargain at less than 15 cents a patch.
There you go. Exactly. You calculated it. Thanks, Paul.